This video is different to my normal videos. Now everyone who knows me, who subscribes to my channel, will know that I'm an autistic YouTuber and that I specialise in making videos about autism and mental health. So a lot of my videos are me talking about what it's like to be autistic, or me talking about my professional experiences as someone with over 20 years of experience of working with autistic people, or me talking about mental health and also things like hypnosis, and sharing a lot of bedtime stories. So I have something like 120 bedtime stories on my channel of helping people to fall asleep, and they're therapeutic bedtime stories. So they also help with things like anxiety and worry and those kind of things as well. I wanted to make this video so that I can be open and transparent with my own subscribers, because if you're subscribing to me, then obviously I want you to know what I make as being someone that you're subscribing to. And for those who, like me, are just a small channel, I've got 33,000 subscribers and I get about 1,500 to 2,000 new subscribers every month. And so I'm not exactly a huge channel, and going back 6 months, as you'll see in a moment, I had 22,000 subscribers, and you'll see what ad revenue I made at that point when I had 22,000 subscribers compared to now. So I'm not exactly a big YouTuber, and there's lots of YouTubers who are just starting, who are perhaps not very motivated, think, oh, this just seems like a never-ending, you keep posting videos and it's not like anyone's watching them and I'm not making any money at this. But you can see how your channel can grow and what kind of money you can expect. And the other side of it is that there are a lot of YouTubers who don't like letting you know what kind of revenue they make. If anyone's interested in the other ways I make money, so the two main other ways I make money are writing books, so writing and selling books and ebooks, and teaching e-courses. So they're the two other main ways that I make money. The main way is the teaching e-courses. That's where I make probably about 2/3 or so of my income, and then writing books I make about the same-ish as YouTube. I think YouTube makes me slightly more now. And so I can do videos on those if anyone happens to be interested in, because I know sometimes you get people who are interested in wanting to break free from working for an employer and thinking, how can I make money that's online, meaning I could live anywhere in the world. That's something I like, is that I could travel, I could live anywhere, I could do anything I want. I'm not tied to a location or an office or anything like that. As long as I've got internet access, I can carry on doing what I'm doing. And so it also frees up all my time, because it means I'm also not paid per hour. I get an income every month, and I'll have some months where I'll have to put in hundreds and hundreds of hours, and other months where something happens, like someone might be ill in the family, and I can then give lots of time to supporting that person who's ill, because my income will come in, and so I can so I can reduce my hours down to, okay, I'm not going to be able to necessarily do as much as I would like, so I might miss a video or two that I need to post on YouTube because I just don't get time to do it. But generally my income will carry on going through that time period while I'm busy dealing with something else. So if anyone wants me to make videos about any of these other bits, like how I make my money with e-courses or how I make my money writing or anything like that, I'm happy to do videos on that. So this is my revenue page, and this bit here shows back the last 6 months. I could click to show the last year, but as I say, I get about, say, 1,500 to 2,000 new subscribers every month. So I'm currently at 33,000. In October, I passed 22,000. So if I go back beyond October backwards, then you're looking at revenue that's based on obviously less than 22,000. So the month before is like 20,000. But if you go back 3 or 4 months before, you're now looking at perhaps not far above 10,000 subscribers. So it's it's then not a very clear picture. I just felt that keeping it with this page, with this information, seems to make sense. So what you can see is, say you're a YouTuber and you got around 20,000 subscribers, you'd be making potentially about £650 a month, which is a good part-time wage. That's a good income if it's additional to, say, a full-time job or a part-time job, or if you're a student or something like that. So November, December, January are always, in my experience, higher months. You've got Black Friday in November, and you've also got all of the sales and promotions trying to sell stuff in the run-up to Christmas, and then you get hit with January sales as soon as you reach January. And then everything stops pretty much after January for many months. Sometimes you get like a summer sale, but pretty much things then go quiet and stay relatively steady after January, so from February onwards, all the way through till late October and early November, and then suddenly people raise the amount they spend on advertising to try and get their ads as the ones being in front of the customers, so it rises again. So that's why November, December, January here are higher. But the income isn't based on subscriber numbers. Subscribers are important, but they're not the main story. So why subscribers are important are because if you've got subscribers, obviously they hopefully then see the video quicker when you release a new video. That means that the video gets a bunch of views quite quickly, helping YouTube's algorithms to see, people seem to like watching this video, let's show this higher when people search for this kind of video. And whereas if you've got no subscribers and no one seeing your video, then YouTube doesn't know that people might like your video, and so it's less likely to show it. So having subscribers obviously helps. If you've got, say, 100,000 or 1 million subscribers, you can release a pretty rubbish video, and if a good chunk of those people watch it anyway, unless they all give it thumbs down or something, so YouTube thinks, oh no, we're not going to show that in the algorithm, the algorithm works out it's a very unpopular video, don't rank it highly. If people kind of give it an average rating or whatever, it's still going to rank perhaps better because it's got this big kick of people liking it than if you've got no views at all. So having subscribers is obviously very helpful. What you'll see is over the last 28 days roughly how much different videos have made. So it just shows the top earning videos, and for me most of my top earning videos are my bedtime story videos. So I thought that it would be interesting to look at this page, because the more important thing, rather than looking at subscribers and how many subscribers a channel has, so I know that the description for the video is how much does a YouTuber make when you've got, say, 30,000 subscribers or whatever, but really the issue is what is it that a YouTuber makes based on how many views you get. So this is the statistic you really want to work out. If you've got a channel and you think, right, how much money do I want to be able to make from YouTube, and you can kind of work out, okay, how many at what point might I hit that, and you can work out some milestones perhaps towards that. This is what I've made so far in 2019. So my ad revenue, the amount of revenue I've made this year so far, has been nearly £2,000, and that's based on about 555,000 views of my videos. So when you look at that, you can see that around 500,000 video views makes about almost £2,000. So you can start working out, if you're a YouTuber who every time you released a video it had 1 million views, say, per month, then that YouTuber who released a video with 1 million views a month is probably making about £4,000 per month per video that gets that 1 million views. So say they release a video and for the first month it gets about 1 million views, and then that starts tailing off a bit and slowing down while they've released a new video and a new video and a new video. You can see that these big YouTubers are making a lot of money every single month. If they're doing like a weekly video or a daily video, and each video gets that kind of amount every single month, it quickly adds up. And that's not including any sponsored deals or anything like that that they might also do. And so just for a small YouTuber, this is quite a nice part-time bit of additional money. I still put in more hours, that it's still below minimum wage if I was to work out the number of hours that I put in to make this money back. But it's still, you know, it's still a nice additional bit of income. So this is over 3 months. I've made nearly £2,000, and that has been for about 555,000 views at about £4.62 per 1,000 views. And so that's kind of, I would say, probably average, unless you're like as I say, one of the YouTubers who happens to have a channel that is very good for advertisers to want to put things on your channel. You know, want to put an ad before your video, like if it's film reviews, or if it's that you review cameras or something like that. If you just do mental health and autism awareness, you're not really, there's not many products that come out for that market. So working this out, you can see that if you had 250,000 views, you'd get about £1,000, and 500,000 views, you get about £2,000, just as an average. So these are the figures that you really want to be looking at, not how many subscribers. So although my subscribers have gone up by over 10,000 subscribers in that 6-month period, it doesn't mean that my views have increased by that same kind of percentage. So that's why the revenue doesn't increase at the rate that subscribers increase. So say I had 150,000 monthly views with 20,000 subscribers, and then I've got an additional 10,000 subscribers. I now have, say, 160,000 monthly views or 170,000 monthly views. So few people subscribe compared to watch that the increase in views just isn't anywhere near the same as the increase in subscribers. It's not like if you double your subscribers, you double your views, because lots of people who watch your videos aren't subscribers, and lots of people who watched your videos beforehand weren't subscribers. So you end up having a slower rate of increase of revenue versus subscribers. So the best figure to look at isn't the subscriber count, is to look at how many views do you get. So for example, if anyone looks at my videos, they'll know, that video of Dan's has got 1,000 views. He's probably made about £4.50 from that video this month. So you can just know that, or that whoever YouTuber, you just know that that YouTuber has probably made about £4.50 because they've released that video. If you see a video that's, say, got 10,000 views in a month, you can say, that YouTuber, that video's got 10,000 views, that YouTuber has probably made about £45 on that one video this month. If it was 100,000, you know that YouTuber has perhaps made £450 that month on that video. Yeah, if it's 1 million, they've made 4,500. So what you want to look at is the views, the view count, not really the number of subscribers. So this is really just to take you through what a small YouTube channel can make every month that isn't really specialised in an area that lends itself to some of the more expensive advertising. And hopefully that will motivate anyone who wants to start doing YouTube to see, that you can make some income here. But also the flip side is to see that you don't suddenly become incredibly wealthy with YouTube, but at the same time to see that if you stick at it and you do end up getting lots of views, you can start to work out roughly what these big YouTubers make, or what any other YouTuber makes. If you're interested in mental health, autism awareness, if you struggle with sleep and so you want to listen to sleep stories that help you to fall asleep at night, feel free to check out my other videos on my channel if you don't normally watch my videos or you haven't checked out my videos before. And if you want to, then just subscribe. If you found this interesting, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do any other videos in relation to anything, like either what I make here on YouTube and other things around me being a YouTuber, I'm happy to do that. But also if you want me to do videos around how I work as an author and what I make as an author, or how I work as an e-course creator and what I make doing e-courses, I'm equally happy to make videos on those topics as well.